can make it really big and poofy at the top if you wanted to. I'm actually liking this more and more as I continue to wear it, which is nice. That is going to save you a lot of money and it's gonna look pretty natural. Hi everybody, welcome back to the Chiquel YouTube channel. My name is Amanda and today I'm going to be showing you guys 4 wigs that you can look at if you are on a bit of a budget. But before I jump into it, I'm going to remind you to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel where you can learn even more about alternative hair. Okay, so obviously I show a lot of different wigs and colors on here, but the other day someone made a comment on my video being like, show us some budget wigs, you only show expensive ones. And I was like, ooh, you know what? You're right, I haven't shown a lot of budget-friendly wigs lately. So I hear you. I am listening, and here I am with 4 budget-friendly wigs. So let me just clarify. Now, when I say budget-friendly, I just mean that all the wigs I'm showing today are going to be less than $200 US prior to a discount being added to them. So if you are able to get them for, 25-30% off, then of course they're going to be even less expensive. So these are 4 budget-friendly options that are under $200 US. And now when I show these wigs today, I'm just going to give like mini reviews. I'm not going to give full-blown reviews. I'm just going to kind of show them and go over the key points and then move on to the next one. So we're going to start with the first one that's on my head right now, and this one is called Heather by Estetica. I'm wearing this in the color R12/26CH. So what that color is basically a light brown, so that's your 12 in this. And then we do have golden blonde highlights throughout, which is your 26. And then the CH, what that stands for is chunky highlight. So this, you are going to find chunkier highlights of that golden blonde scattered throughout your light brown. I do find that there is even a little bit of like cooler blonde kind of sprinkled in here as well. And I don't really see this as a light brown. I see this more as a medium blonde color. When I first pulled out the wig, I was like, oh, it's a blonde. But then you see the 12 in the color code and that's a light brown. So anyways, I see this more of a medium blonde color. So this is a basic cap. So when I say a basic cap, I mean that it's being machine made. All of this is machine made. Nobody took their little hands and sewed anything with their hands. And we also don't have any lace front on here either. So no lace front means that your hairline is going to look a little something like this, which of course, yes, that is terrifying. I would not want to be walking around with that front edge showing like that. But that's okay on this one because Heather comes with these lovely bangs. These bangs are very long. I love how wispy they are though, but they are quite long. So if you want to have these bangs come forward like this, which of course you absolutely can, I would just suggest that you cut them. Unless of course you have a long forehead. I don't know, we all have different size foreheads, but I would definitely cut them. Or since they are longer, you could even brush them to the side if you like that kind of look too. Now, this also has a permatease top, so we don't have any illusion of scalp on this wig because it is a basic cap. It's a permatease top, meaning you cannot see through to scalp even if you part it like anywhere. So some people are not okay with that, but on a wig like this, honestly, I find that if your wig has bangs, that just really helps it look a lot more natural, and not many people are going to notice that you don't have scalp showing here. So if you can ever find a basic cap with bangs, that is going to save you a lot of money and it's gonna look pretty natural. This is made with synthetic fibers, and you guys, these fibers are really lightweight and they're very soft, I might add. They're very soft. And because this is a really sort of feathered, wispy cut, it makes it not feel very heavy because all the ends are feathered, they're all layered, and it just gives us a really nice, light feeling to it. So let me show this whole thing to you. This is a really nice tuckable piece as well. Because it is, I would say, a lower density. It's easy to tuck these pieces and not have them like pop out on you. So it's a really good tuckable piece. And now it's funny because a lot of Estetica's wigs typically fit a little bit bigger than average, but I find that Heather is fitting very true to average. She does fit a bit smaller than most Estetica wigs that I've tried before. She is fitting pretty true to average, and the permatease in her is not like substantial. There is of course permatease in here. You can get it a little bit bigger, but I am not overwhelmed by the permatease at all. It's really well done, and it's just not gonna make you feel like you're wearing a huge helmet on your head, which is great. Let me just show you the inside of the cap here. Like I said, it's all basic, so you don't even have any velvet here. So it's just an open wefted top where the permatease is. Open wefted throughout your cap. We do just have some standard ear tabs here and just a standard extended nape. There's no velvet there at all. And then Estetica likes to use their hook adjusters here. So this is the lovely Heather. I actually really adore this piece, and I find that it is a really great option. Okay, sticking with the bang theme, I'm gonna show you guys Breezy Waves by Rene of Paris. Now this one is, I think, the least expensive one that I'm showing today. It also has a basic cap, so I will show you the cap before I put it on since I have it off already. Now, basic cap, it has that permatease top. There's no lace front on this. There's no illusion of scalp anywhere. And then open wefted cap. We do have some velvet ear tabs on this though, so nice and comfy cozy. And a velvet extended nape with these sort of pull bra strap like adjusters. So Breezy Waves by Rene of Paris. And I'm wearing this in the color Dusty Rose. So of course it is this really beautiful pinkish tone. It's like a muted pink, almost going to the red side. And then we do have some roots here. Breezy Waves is actually made with heat-friendly synthetic fibers, whereas the previous one by Estetica, Heather, that was just synthetic. So this is heat-friendly synthetic. You could completely straighten this really easily if you wanted to, but of course, if you did so, these waves would be gone forever and you'd have to recreate them yourself. This is more of a medium density, I would say. There is a good amount of hair on here, but it is nice and fluffy and it's still pretty lightweight. You will find that there's a lot of permatease throughout the whole cap. So throughout all the wefting, you will find some. It's mostly situated in this center part here, and I don't find there to be too much permatease up on top, which I personally love because then it allows the top to lay a little bit more flat and it's not so poofy on top. So if you like turn to the side, it's not gonna look oddly poofy, if you know what I mean. Sometimes I put on wigs and I turn to the side and there's just like a weird hump there from like all the permatease in the crown, but this one doesn't really have almost any permatease in the crown now that I'm feeling. Okay, let me spin around fully for you. You will find that Breezy Waves does fit a little bit bigger than average. So if you are an average to average large, this will probably work really great for you. Now, the one thing to note about Breezy Waves is that it doesn't come in a ton of colors. It only comes in about 7 colors. And out of those 7 colors, there's not a ton of normal options because they mostly lean to the fashion color side. So you are going to find one blonde and you are going to find one brunette, but the rest are either going to be, you know, this dusty rose one, you have a teal looking one, you have a one called Lunar Haze. It's more on like the purple side. Anyways, there's some really fun colors that are really great to check out. But if you just want a normal color, then you're gonna have a hard time finding one in this. Okay, let's move on to the next one. This one is called May and it's by Noriko. And this one is another basic cap. So that's the thing about these budget wigs. If you are wanting a wig that is less than, you know, $200 US, you're typically not going to find the lace fronts or the monofilament tops. You're gonna find usually the most basic caps there are, which includes the permatease top, the open wefted cap. Now this one just has some standard ear tabs, so there's no velvet on here, but there is some velvet on your nape. It's not extended though, it's just a normal velvet nape. And this also has your bra strap like pull adjusters. So again, this is May, it is by Noriko, and this is in the color Chocolate Frost Rooted. So Chocolate Frost Rooted is a medium to dark brown color, as you can see, but then we do have lots of other stuff going on. There's kind of like a warm, lighter brown throughout here, almost like a golden brown. And then we do also have some cooler blonde dusted throughout this whole piece as well. And then it is a rooted color. So whenever you have the roots in these dark wigs, it makes it almost look like these highlights are sort of a grown out highlight look. All right, I'll start by doing a full spin for you. You will find that with May, it is a bit shorter in the back and a bit longer in the front. So you have that sort of angled look happening here. So like I said, basic cap. This one is not gonna have a lace front. And keep in mind though, I was saying how it's nice to have bangs when you don't have that lace front so that you don't see this business here. This one doesn't really have bangs to fully cover that, but it does have these shorter layers in the front that sort of drape over there if you want. You could, if you wanted, even bring these forward and cut bangs yourself. That could work too. But if you were just wearing the style as is out of the box, you might be a little bit self-conscious of the lack of natural hairline, but you might not be. I just want to make sure you all know all the information, and I just want to make sure you know what it truly looks like. So that's what it looks like. And then your top, of course, does not have any monofilament. It is a permatease top, so you're not going to have any illusion of scalp. Noriko is known for their permatease. They do a lot of permatease in their wigs. So May does have permatease. She's got quite a bit of permatease, especially in this top chunk all the way around and up to the crown here. So you can really work at it and get it super voluminous if you want to. And then you will find with this style, it's nice and feathered at the end. So you do have a lot of layering in this. You can see these shorter layers and it makes it, give it a really feathered, light look at the bottom. But you can make it really big and poofy at the top if you wanted to. But you can tone it down a little bit so it's not so big. And I should mention this is made with synthetic fibers. It's not heat friendly, it's just plain synthetic. And these are nice, lightweight, very durable fibers I find that Noriko has. Now, as for the fit of this, Noriko often fits a little bit smaller than average, especially in your circumference. And that holds true to this one. I have not done any adjustments to these adjusters, and it's already fitting me really well, and I'm a 20.5 inch circumference. So if you are a petite circumference, this is going to fit you really well. There's not like too much room in the circumference. It's not insanely stretchy, but this could fit you if you're average, but this would be much better for a petite average wig wearer. Okay, now I'm gonna move along to the next one here, my fourth and final one for you. This one is called Chelsea. It is by Jon Renau. It is a basic cap pixie cut. So here's that basic cap. It's all machine made. We got some open wefting on the top, and this is also where permatease will be situated. We do have a really nice, comfortable, thick band of velvet here, which is awesome to have. It makes it really comfortable up at the front. Open wefted cap, some velvet ear tabs here, as well as a velvet extended nape with Velcro adjusters on this one. Okay, let's do the swapperoo here. And I will put on Chelsea by Jon Renau. Now this is in the color 6F27, but just note that often when you get a wig out of the box and you put it on, it's not always gonna look insanely amazing. Sometimes you just have to work with it and play with it, tone it down, make it look a little bit more presentable for you. This one does have bangs here that I can bring forward as well. Okay, so 6F27, the 6 is the medium brown that you see here. The 27 is more of these auburn highlights throughout the wig. The F in this color code stands for fashion. And when you have an F in Jon Renau's color codes, that just basically means there's something different about the wig. And in this case, or sorry, different about the color. And in this case, the difference would be that the highlights are more chunky. So you're gonna see them a little bit more. They're gonna be a little bit chunkier. So 6F27, I'll do a spin right away. So there is quite a bit of hair on this. This is more of a medium density, and we do have a lot of permatease on this cap. So I can get it nice and big if you wanted to, or we can tone it down a little bit. But at the end of the day, this is a permatease top. It's gonna have permatease, so it might creep up on you. So there is no lace front on here. So we don't really want to be seeing that, but of course this has the bangs that come forward and you wouldn't even know. So whenever, like I said, whenever you have bangs with a basic cap, which I like totally recommend if you want to keep your budget down yet have it looking natural, bangs are just like a great way to seal the deal. And then you don't have that natural illusion of scalp. But honestly, on pixies, I don't often find that it's even necessary. Pixies tend to be a little bit like messier and don't even necessarily have a part line, depending on how you style it. I mean, you could make it so that it could potentially have a part line, even though there's no evidence of a part line. But pixies, to me, so many of them can be styled in like a messy way that just give you more of that shaggy, messy look instead of a clean part line, if I am making any sense at all. This is made with synthetic fibers. They are not the softest fibers, to be honest with you. They are feeling a little bit, not rough, but just not as soft as I felt before. But that could kind of work for your advantage in terms of styling. It could kind of help get you to give this a little bit more texture to it with the fibers not feeling quite as smooth. Also note with this style, we do have some longer sideburns if you want. So those can come in front or you can sweep them behind. And even when you sweep them behind, it's nice because it doesn't really expose that ear tab. It still is looking pretty natural even when you swipe it behind your ears like that. And this one does fit pretty true to average. I'm actually liking this more and more as I continue to wear it, which is nice. It's really cute actually. Okay, those are all of the wigs I have to show you today. Hopefully this gave you an opportunity to see what else is out there that might be more geared toward your budget, because I know that not everyone can afford the $300, $400, $500 wigs. Those can be a little bit pricey, I get it. So I will try my best to show more budget-friendly wigs a little bit more often if I can. I just kind of show whatever I'm able to get my hands on, and these are ones that I had my hands on today, so here you go. Now, of course, if these are ones that you are interested in, then make sure you go and check them out on our website at chiquel.com, chiquel.ca if you're in Canada, or chiquel.com.au if you are in Australia. And as always, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate your support, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.